Dr. Chris Jones, host of the podcast Seeing to Lead here. I want to welcome you to a collaborative project called Small Nuggets, Big Change. I'm doing this with Craig Shapiro, a fantastic educator, author, and host of the podcast Cutting the Crap with Shap. These episodes are designed to take a prompt we provide for each other and then in 10 minutes give you some small nuggets that will lead to big changes in your personal and professional life. We don't talk or listen to each other's answers before recording. What you are about to hear is our take in various areas to help you improve from day to day. Remember, success is not a destination, but a journey. Keep moving forward because you are awesome. We want to personally thank you for taking the time to listen and encourage you to subscribe to our channels, share with your comments, and offer any suggestions. Now, on to the show.
Peanut butter and jelly. Welcome to Small Nuggets, Big Change. I'm Craig. Thank you again for supporting Dr. Jones and I on the podcast to help you make those great small decisions each day. So here we go. We're back to peanut butter and jelly. Here it is. Here's the peanut butter, here's the jelly, and here's the bread. So think back to when, if you're a little bit older like me, 59, think about the simple things that you did when you were a kid. What did your parents make you? They made you peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch. You always look forward to them. You kind of can't wait to eat them for lunch. And all your friends had them. I think when I was a kid, we'd go to lunch and everybody'd have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It was like that American staple lunch for a student. And as I got older, I would love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But again, one of the goals that we have in Small Nuggets Big Change is to give you some tips to help you to make smart decisions, to enhance your wellness, to just help you. Now that I'm older at 59 and very much involved in the wellness field, I wish that I knew more about peanut butter and jelly. Yes, delicious. I could eat like 5 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but it's not the healthiest food to eat, especially if you're trying to watch your calories, watch your weight. Well, do you know that the peanut butter and jelly and the bread that I put here, if I made that into a sandwich, it would be about 450 calories. That's assuming that I actually follow the serving size. And again, it's not that it's necessarily the worst thing, but we always want to be educated. Yes, peanut butter and jelly, it's simple. I've been eating it for years and years, but we always want to be educated. So when you think about those things in your life, okay, that you often think about are so simple, maybe you want to dig a little bit deeper and really see what's under the surface. Because today, on my part, it's not so much about giving you the calories in the peanut butter and jelly. It's about digging a little bit deeper and understanding that on its surface, it tastes delicious. But underneath the surface, it's not the healthiest thing to eat. And that's the things we want to think about. Even though a lot of little simple things and small things in our life, they might seem like they're good, we want to dig a little bit under the surface and find out if they really are healthy. And many times they are, but sometimes they're not. And we want to be educated. So the next time you're eating that peanut butter and jelly sandwich or thinking about it, remember, is it really healthy? Is it going to help me? And it also has about 450 calories probably. So I can't wait to hear Dr. Jones, what he has to say. It's going to be a great take. And I'll be back with a wrap up. You're awesome.
Hey everyone, Doc Jones here with another episode of Small Nuggets Big Change. And this show, done in collaboration with my good friend Craig Shapiro, is designed to give you small pieces of advice or nuggets to help you make big changes to greater levels of success in your life. And you know, we go back and forth with these prompts and don't listen to what each other has to say. And I think Craig tried to stump me on this one, peanut butter and jelly. So here goes. Peanut butter and jelly, you know, when I think of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I think of something that we often need to do once we get moving in life with our goals. We've got all different types of things going on in our personal lives, our professional lives. And sometimes at trying to achieve at a higher level, things get a little confused, a little messed up. So when I think of peanut butter and jelly, I think about that age-old phrase that coaches love to use, back to basics. You know, sometimes when we're struggling or we're not performing as well as we think we can or we know we can, we just have to remember the basics. Get back to those fundamental skills that got us where we are in the first place. So they're small habits. They're the daily things, morning routines. Personally, I use a morning routine. I get up and I have 4 different things I do every single morning to bring me back to the basics. And then at night, some people do better with a nighttime routine. Personally, I don't do this, but I know people that do and it works very well for them. A routine they do every single night to get them back to the basics. Now, I do the morning routine. I know people that do the nighttime routine or the leaving work routine, but I do know one thing that runs through both of those routines, and it's reflection. Reflection is the key to getting back to basics. Now, reflection is key because when you reflect, think about what went well. Think about what didn't go well. And think about why on both occasions, and then address it. This is not always easy to do. It's simple to do, but it's not easy to do. It's hard because you have to be completely 100% objective and honest with yourself, because those things were going right before. Suddenly they aren't. So you have to discover why they aren't and get back to those basics so that they can again. So peanut butter and jelly, basics, a basic sandwich that keeps us full, keeps us happy, brings joy because it's got those basic ingredients. You can find joy, happiness, and greater levels of success in your life by enjoying those basics, using them over and over again, those small habits. That's all I've got, but I do want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch these. Craig and I really appreciate it. And take the time, subscribe, rate and review our other shows as well. Cutting the Crap with Shap, his podcast, and my podcast, Seem to Lead. And when you go to another show, before you leave this one, at the end of this one, drop a comment. Let us know what you think, suggestions, topics you want to hear about. So that said, remember, go have that peanut butter and jelly so you can get to higher levels of success.
Hi, everyone, it's Craig. I absolutely loved what Dr. Jones had to say. I was watching his video and smiling from ear to ear because he talked about things that I didn't even think about. And that is one of the reasons why we never really watch the other person's talk until after we do ours. So he took a completely, I guess, a mostly different take on it than I do. He talked about getting back to the basics. And I mentioned in the opening that peanut butter jelly is the most basic thing that we used to eat as a kid. It was just part of that routine, which he talked about as well. I think one of the things that I took away from it is, and Dr. Jones has talked about this a lot, about this idea of reflection, which I think is really critical. And when it comes to peanut butter and jelly, I mentioned that as I got older, I kind of reflected on it and realized like it wasn't the healthiest thing that I thought about and knew because I got educated. And relating to what Dr. Jones said is we do really want to have those routines. If your routine is eating peanut butter and jelly every day and you feel great and it's not affecting how you weigh or look, then keep eating your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because they are delicious. But if you feel like eating them is affecting you in a negative way, that's the reflection piece. Think about why you're eating them, the benefits that you get from eating them, and what you could do maybe if you change the amount that you ate or didn't eat them at all, or maybe even ate more of them. It's all about doing those little bits of reflection and routines and habits that make us healthier, happier, and even build solid relationships with other people. So I want to thank Dr. Jones again for being a great, great partner. He is an amazing dude and somebody who I can always count on to do certain things. A reminder very quickly, please subscribe to our channel, Cutting the Crap with Shaq. For me, Seem to Lead with Dr. Jones. We would really appreciate your support. Add a comment, add a suggestion, add something you'd like us to talk about, because that's what we're always about trying to do, provide little tips that are going to help you. And as always, you are awesome.
Again, thanks for listening to the Small Nuggets Big Change podcast. Like I said, two of us providing value through a quote we gave to each other. We're all just trying to improve. Make sure you start building those habits today by taking action on something you heard. Connect with us via social media, but remember to subscribe, rate, review, and share your comments. It really helps the show out. Remember to check out our other podcasts as well, Cutting the Crap with Shap by Craig Shapiro and Seeing to Lead by me, Chris Jones. We would both appreciate you helping us build these projects up and out as we go. Now, go have a successful week because you are awesome.